Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this edition of Politics NY. Meet the candidates in 2022. I'm Jane Hansen, and I ask 3 questions in 3 minutes. And today we are speaking with Frankie Lozada, who would like to become the congressman from the 5th District of New York, which represents part of Queens, Rockaway, Queens Village, St. Albans, South Ozone Park, and a little bit of Nassau County, including Valley Stream, where he lives. Frankie's a businessman who gave up everything to run for Congress against the well-known long-term incumbent Gregory Meeks. So Frankie, why make this kind of commitment? Why are you running?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me here today.
Mm-hmm.
The decision was very easy. It was more so me just jumping into understanding more about politics, realizing that more of our laws that affect us individuals come from the local level and from the House of Representatives. Looking into our congressman, I saw a whole list of this person is corrupt, this person's been there almost my whole life.
Mm-hmm. What
has they really done? And that's one thing, because I've seen the same issues on the streets that I grew up on still today.
Yeah.
And this person has been there this whole time, and I'm sick of excuses. So that was my decision to run, because not many people do run against them, and the ones that do aren't very successful. So here's my go at it.
Well, you are going to be running not in the primary, but in the general election on the independent line and the parent party line, and perhaps a couple of other endorsements. What if by chance you were to upset Gregory Meeks, what would you do first in Congress?
My 3 biggest things that I think would be the most essential to changing laws and actually making a difference in the government is term limits, which obviously Gregory Meeks been there long enough. It's time to go. We need to keep cycling new minds in there to start refreshing and keeping up with the times. The next thing is lobbying. It's got to become just illegal. Remove that corporate money. Anybody who gives me money, I always feel like I'm obligated to them. So you take that initiative out of there. And number 3 is education. Education has to be our number 1 priority. You know, we're worried about high crime rates, high rates of incarceration, low wages. Education is the key to all that. You start giving folks education, knowledge, higher self-esteem, higher self-worth. They start seeking higher paying jobs. They start not mingling with the wrong people, engaging with the right people, starting their own businesses, and all of that kind of works itself out. So basically term limits, lobbying, and education. 3 things to hit.
Now, our last question. What don't we know about you that you want to tell us, you want to share?
I am incredibly passionate about living in New York. So a lot of things that I don't really talk about is in high school, I received a full ride track scholarship. And at the time I was young, I didn't think that I would make anything out of it. And it's funny because normal scholarships have a condition which you got to maintain a certain GPA, certain grade level. And their condition was, because it was going to be in Puerto Rico to run, his condition was that if I got selected for the Olympics, that I would run for Puerto Rico.
Oh.
And the reasoning that I hold on to this story is because it teaches you not to doubt yourself. Because in my mind, as a high school kid, I'm like, I've seen the Olympics. Are you serious? Have you seen everybody's records? Have you seen them running? Like,
oh, that's
I'm good, but slow down there a little bit.
Yeah.
And then fast forward. Yeah. So fast forward, I never went. I stayed in New York. And the 2012 Olympics, they had a runner from Puerto Rico running my event. Oh. And his qualification time was a time I probably could have beaten.
Hey, you live alone. Thank you so much, Frankie. Best of luck to you, and we'll be talking to you again soon. And to all of you, thanks for watching.
Take care. Thank you so much.